Guys, it's Savage Sarah, and I have a short story based on a school project that I did. So, this is basically, I wrote about my comic characters during World War II. So, let's begin. Day 1, first entry, Hiding Part 1. Day 1. Dear Diary, it's Lucy. The Germans have invaded and are hunting the Jewish people. I don't know what they do with the captured people, but I have a bad feeling about it. Me and my brother have escaped, but our friends hadn't. Except for one, we are heading to the woods to hide. Note to self, maybe a diary isn't a bad idea. Day 1, second entry, Hiding Part 2. Night 1. Soap diary. I lit a small fire so we can stay warm. I'm worried that my brother is slow, but with two of us helping him, it's going to be fine. Our friend is impressed with my survival skills. Suppose I get that from my grandfather. Maybe I should hunt for breakfast since I am the oldest. I took shift watching for danger. Note to self. Joshua looks cute when he sleeps. Day 2, first entry. Tricks Part 1. Day 2. Hey, Secret Book. When morning broke, we walked into the North City. We needed supplies. To keep running, few men approached us and I tricked them with one of my pentacles. I'm ingenious. Also, I know a bit of what they said, thanks to our Uncle Samuel being half German. That's how I know they wanted more Jewish people. Day 2, second entry, Tricks Part 2, Night 2. Hello, Diary. We saw smoke on the horizon, but it didn't look like fire. Anyhow, my brother has confided that he is scared of the warplanes flying over us at night, and Iris went to use the woods as a toilet. I wonder who would win this fighting, but not then was when I heard Iris scream. I wanted to help, but I am ashamed to admit that I am not brave like my brother. I covered my mouth and waited to be found, but I never was. Note to self, start showing who you are. Day 3 entry, first entry, Artist Part 1. Day 3. Dang, Diary. We had been running for a week straight, and I noticed that my brother was in pain due to his injuries. So I took us to an abandoned building. At first I thought we were alone there, but then another hider showed up. At first I was ready to fight, but Joshua noticed she was another Jew in hiding, a painter. I calmed down and then got an idea. Note to self, think first, act second. Day 3, second entry, Artist Part 2, Night 3. Dear Book, I asked this painter to make a small painting for me and Joshua, and she did. I plan to use it to search if we ever get separated. Dear gods, I hope not. But now Joshua says we need to make a stand. I agree with him. Note to self, I'm going to be brave. Day 4, first entry, Captured Part 1. Day 4, Dear Diary. We got cat. Don't worry, it was intentional. We wanted to help a few people, if we can, to repay those who helped us, and never came back. If Uncle could see us, he'd be scared and proud. My thoughts are interrupted as a small hand holding mine, pointing to a valid passport. I look at my brother, and he is shaking, but his eyes glow with a fire as bright as my own. We will help as long as we can. Note to self, try not to get lost. Day 4, second entry, Captured Part 2. Night 4. Dear Black Book, We had arrived and were given numbers 00124 and 00666. How appropriate for me, my favorite dangerous number. If you could not tell, that was sarcasm. Diary, I hope we can help. About that fire I thought I saw. Well, it's not fire, it's people. I'm not scared, I'm mad. I look at my brother, he smiles at me with a knowing look like, give me your hidden things. So I reach into my jacket and hand over my nail file. I am happy I thought to hide it before I was patted. My nails are like my mother's, too sharp. Note to self, get more pockets. Day 5, first entry, Revenge Part 1. Day 5. I have been planning and I have made a friend. His name is Jess. They remind me of my cousin before he died at age 5 in a beating from a gang of older kids. That was until they took him. I followed them and I tried everything to save them, but I failed. So now I will make it right by saving his family. I sadly walk to my brother, who looks at me with his best devilish grin. He completed the task after 3 months. I smiled back. Note to self, time to sin for God. Day 5, second entry, Revenge Part 2. Night 5. Dear Diary, well, I'm going to risk my neck. I quietly sneak out the hole in the fence and over to the guards. I do my best to distract them. I dance and show how fast I can run, as my brother sneaks the people away, and as looks of fear show on their faces, I turn and run and barely make it out. Another man says they can help us get out of the country. We agree to follow him. Note to self, trust no one. Day 6, first entry, Family Part 1. Day 6. Dear Diary, the group of 3 of us make our way to the dock and we were being chased. And I turned around and the guy who helped us was shot dead. I felt the tears burn my eyes. To lose another guardian to me was unthinkable, but there it was. Joshua and I made it to the docks where some others had made it, and to my surprise, there was a face we both knew, Uncle Samuel. Note to self, we made it. Day 6, second entry, Family Part 2, Night 6. Dear Book, we had gone to Japan, and our uncle went back to his family. Our cousin has a strange view on this war. On another note, I have noticed that my brother is scared of loud sounds, and planes and trains make sense. I am also bothered by loud sounds and strong smells. To our cousin says he has a mission for his military, whatever that is. We wished him well, and we packed to leave to live with our uncle. Now that he has finished his service, note to self, live free. Day 7, final entry, on our way home. Day 7, final entry, Dear Diary. Well, this is the last entry, so we're on our way to live with our uncle, and he says Grandpa is annoyed with Cousin Mercy, but I don't know why. I look at my brother and he's smiling. A real smile. I genuinely smile too, and think to myself, nothing else can go wrong. Now everything will be okay from now on, right? Note to self, Cousin Mercy is odd. The end? Question mark. Dun dun dun! Thank you for enjoying this short story. Bye!